Welcome, dear listener. Tonight's sleep story will take you into a small pie shop on a rainy city street. You don't have to listen closely tonight, so let's take 2 easy breaths. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in again and breathe out. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. And when you're ready, we'll begin. Rain falls steadily, tapping the sidewalk until it shines. Streetlights blur softly in the wet air. Halfway down the block, a small pie shop glows. Not bright, not sharp, just a warm window and a gentle light spilling onto the street. A simple door, a small bell. You close your umbrella, water beads and slides. You step inside, and the world changes. Warm light, a soft, buttery scent, baked fruit, cinnamon, vanilla. The air feels kinder, as if it has room for your tiredness. A coat rack stands near the entrance. A woven mat catches the rain from your shoes. Behind the glass case, pies rest like small moons. Golden crusts, dark berry filling, a pale swirl of cream on a tart. A kettle hums somewhere in the back. A low radio plays something soft, almost hidden beneath the rain. And behind the counter is the owner. Her name is Marianne. She looks like someone who has learned how to move without rushing. Not slow, exactly, just steady. Her hair is tied back with a simple clip. A small flour smudge marks her apron pocket, like a quiet signature. She lifts her gaze and smiles, the kind of smile that doesn't ask for your energy. "Hi there," she says. "Come in out of that rain." Her voice is calm, warm around the edges. You can hear the late night quiet in it. Marianne reaches for a towel and sets it gently on the counter's corner. "For your hands," she says. You don't have to explain why that small kindness lands so deeply. You just take it. You dry your fingers. The bell above the door settles back into silence, and the pie shop returns to its soft rhythm. A faint click as Marianne checks the register drawer. A tiny scrape of a paper label being smoothed along a jar. The soft hiss of steam when the kettle releases a little breath. Outside, the rain continues. Inside, it feels like a place where time has loosened its grip. Marianne turns a small wooden sign near the door. Not to closed. Not yet. Just to warm pies. As if that's all the world needs to know for now. On the wall behind the counter, a chalkboard lists a few simple options. Apple, cherry, blueberry, a lemon tart, a pecan slice, and one small line written in careful letters. Tea is always on. Marianne notices you reading. "It's nothing fancy," she says, "but it's warm." She nods toward a little tray near the end of the counter. 2 mugs, a jar of honey, a bowl of sugar cubes, a small pitcher of milk. Everything placed as if it belongs, as if it will still be there even if you're tired. Marianne washes her hands, then dries them slowly, like she's showing the room how to be calm. And in a way, she is, because this shop is her rhythm, her small, steady place on a rainy street. When the evening gets late and the city thins out, Marianne doesn't rush to make the night end. She lets it soften. She turns the overhead lights down until they're a gentle glow. She wipes the counter in slow, even strokes. She checks the pie case temperature. She straightens a stack of napkins. And between tasks, she listens. Not for drama, not for trouble, just for the little sounds that mean everything is okay. The rain on the window, the hum of the refrigerator, the soft creak of the wooden floor when she shifts her weight. If you're listening, you can listen lightly. You don't need to hold every word. You can let the scene become a background, like rain behind glass. Marianne moves to the side shelf where she keeps small extras: a jar of cinnamon sticks, a tin of loose tea, a bowl of wrapped candies that look like they've been there forever. And beside them, something unexpected for a pie shop. A little row of tiny green things, small bundles of rosemary, a few sprigs of eucalyptus, a couple of small pots with mint and thyme. Not for cooking exactly, not only. They sit in simple jars and they make the shelf feel alive. Marianne notices you noticing. She smiles again. A little softer this time. I started keeping those, she says, because the shop needed something that wasn't sugar. She taps a rosemary bundle with her fingertip. Sometimes you want a smell that feels clean. Then she goes back to her routine, as if it's perfectly normal to offer greenery in a pie shop. And somehow, it is. Because this place isn't only about pie. It's about what happens when warmth is available. When someone leaves the light on a little longer. When you don't have to hurry back into your life right away. Marianne checks the clock, not with dread, just with awareness. She takes a deep breath and lets it out through her nose, a quiet exhale. Then she reaches under the counter and pulls out a small notebook. The cover is worn. The corners are soft from being touched night after night. A pen rests in the spine, like it belongs there. Marianne doesn't open it yet. She just sets it down beside the register, as if she's making a promise to herself. Later, when the last crumb is swept away, when the last mug is rinsed clean, she will write. Not a diary, exactly. Just a record of small things. A sentence about the rain. A note about a customer's smile. A reminder that the world is made of ordinary moments and that they matter. Marianne looks up again. Would you like some tea? She asks. It's not pushy. It's the kind of offer that can be refused without guilt. You might nod, or you might just stand, warming up in the quiet. Either is fine here. Marianne pours herself a small cup first, not as a performance, as a habit. The kettle clicks off. She lifts it carefully, and the steam rises in a thin ribbon. Tea meets mug. A soft sound, a gentle cloud of warmth. She adds a little honey and stirs slowly. The spoon clinks once, then again, then stops. Marianne takes one sip, and her shoulders drop as if the tea has reminded her to come back into her own body. She sets the mug down, and the shop continues its quiet, glowing existence in the rain. The bell above the door rings again, not sharply, just a small, bright note that fades quickly. A late guest steps in, a man in his late 20s. His hair is damp from the rain. His jacket smells like cold air and wet pavement. He closes his umbrella with a careful twist, as if even that needs to be done the right way. Then he pauses, not because he's lost, because he's scanning, taking in details, as if he can't help it. Marianne looks up and offers the same calm smile. "Hi," she says. "Come in." The man nods, a little too quickly. "Thanks," he says. His voice is polite, tight at the edges. He steps onto the mat and stands there for an extra second, as if waiting for instructions. Marianne doesn't rush him. She doesn't ask big questions. She just gestures toward the case. "Take your time," she says. And those 3 words seem to change the temperature around him. He exhales just a little. His gaze moves over the pies. He leans in, reading the labels like he's reviewing a checklist. Apple, cherry, blueberry. He nods again, as if approving their existence. Then he notices the little shelf with the greens. His eyes catch on the rosemary, on the eucalyptus, on the small pots lined up like quiet companions. He blinks, as if surprised to find something that isn't meant to be judged. Marianne follows his gaze. "Oh," she says softly. "Those are there if you want them." The man steps closer to the shelf. He doesn't touch anything yet. His hands hover in front of the jars, like he's afraid of choosing wrong. Marianne stays behind the counter. She gives him space to approach the decision in his own time. After a moment, he clears his throat. "Do people buy those?" he asks. Marianne nods. "Sometimes," she says. "Sometimes they just smell them." The man lets out a small laugh, barely a laugh. "Right," he says. "Smelling is safe." Marianne's smile doesn't turn into a joke. It stays kind. "Smelling is safe," she agrees. "And choosing can be safe too." The man looks at her as if he's trying to decide whether she means it. He shifts his weight. "My name's Owen," he says. Not loud, just offered. "Marianne," she replies. "It's nice to meet you, Owen." Owen nods again, and his eyes flick back to the shelf. "I work in quality assurance," he says, as if that explains everything. Marianne's eyebrows lift in a gentle way. Quality assurance? She asks. Owen's mouth tightens in something like a smile. Yeah, he says. I look for problems. Marianne nods slowly. That sounds useful, she says, and tiring. Owen's shoulders rise a fraction, then drop. It's fine, he says, automatically. Then, after a beat, he adds, actually, it's kind of exhausting. The honesty surprises him. You can hear it in the way his voice softens after he says it. Marianne doesn't react like it's a big confession. She just nods again, as if he said the most normal thing in the world. I can imagine, she says. Owen looks at the rosemary. I'm good at it, he says, at finding issues. His fingers curl and uncurl at his side. But lately, he continues, I can't turn it off. Marianne rests her hands lightly on the counter. Owen keeps talking, not because he's performing, but because the shop is quiet enough to hold him. Even on weekends, he says, I'll be doing something I'm supposed to enjoy. A movie, a game, a meal, and my brain is still testing it. He makes a small gesture, like he's scanning a screen. What's wrong with this? He says. What could be better? What did they miss? He shakes his head. It's like I'm always on alert. Marianne's gaze stays steady. That sounds like your brain has gotten very skilled, she says. Owen lets out a breath that could almost be relief. Skilled, he repeats. Marianne nods. Skilled at protecting, she says. Skilled at catching. She tilts her head slightly, and maybe it forgot how to clock out. Owen looks down at his shoes. The rain has darkened the fabric near the laces. He watches a droplet fall from his jacket cuff onto the mat. I came here, he says, because I wanted to practice something. Marianne's eyes soften. What kind of practice? She asks. Owen's hand lifts, and he points to the greens. Choosing, he says. Marianne blinks once, then smiles. Choosing, she repeats, as if tasting the word. Owen nods. I'm always fixing, he says. He glances at the pie case. And don't get me wrong, he adds quickly. I love pie. Marianne's smile widens just a little. But, Owen continues, I wanted to do something small. Something that isn't about correcting. He taps the air in front of the rosemary jar, still not touching it. I thought, if I pick something green, something simple, and I don't overthink it. He trails off, then exhales. Maybe I can build a corner of my day that isn't a test. Marianne listens as if this is a perfectly reasonable plan. Because it is. She steps out from behind the counter and walks to the shelf with Owen. Her footsteps are quiet. The floorboards give a soft creak beneath her. She stands beside him, not too close. You know, she says, I think rest is a skill. Owen looks at her. Marianne touches the rim of a jar with the back of her knuckle. Some people think rest is just something that happens, she says. But for a lot of us, it's something we learn. Owen's eyes narrow slightly, not with suspicion, but with focus. Learn, he says. Marianne nods. And like any skill, she adds, you can practice it. She gestures toward the greens. This, she says, could be practice. Owen lets out a long breath. It's not dramatic, but it's real. He looks at the rosemary again. And if I choose wrong? He asks. Marianne's answer comes easily. Then you'll have rosemary, she says. Owen blinks. Then a quiet smile breaks through. Not a big one, just enough to change his face. Marianne continues, gentle as rain. Nothing here is dangerous, she says, and nothing here has to be perfect. Owen's fingers finally reach out. He lifts one small bundle of rosemary. He brings it to his nose. The scent is sharp, green, and clean, like a doorway opening. He closes his eyes for a second, and for that second, his face looks younger, less guarded. Marianne watches him without comment. Owen opens his eyes. This smells like reset, he says. Marianne nods slowly. It does, she agrees. He sets the rosemary down and reaches for a eucalyptus sprig. This one smells softer, cooler, like air after rain. He breathes it in. Then he laughs again, a little more this time. I'm evaluating them, he says. Marianne's smile stays kind. Of course you are, she says. It's what you know. Owen winces. Sorry, he says. Marianne shakes her head. Don't apologize, she says. Just notice it. She looks at the jars like they're teachers. Notice the evaluating, she says, and then try one small change. Owen watches her. What change? He asks. Marianne points to the rosemary still in his hand. Choose one, she says, and let it be enough. Owen swallows. His thumb rubs the stem. He considers the rosemary, then the eucalyptus. His eyes flick back and forth like a cursor blinking. You can almost hear the mental checklist starting up. Then he stops. He closes his eyes again and takes one breath. Not because someone told him to, because his body asked for it. When he opens his eyes, he sets the eucalyptus down. He keeps the rosemary. This one, he says. Marianne nods. This one, she agrees. Owen looks relieved and unsettled at the same time, as if he's surprised that a choice can be that simple. Marianne steps back toward the counter. Would you like a slice of pie too? She asks. Owen's first instinct is to say no. You can see it. He starts to shake his head, as if denying himself as part of the habit. Then he pauses. He glances at the case. Apple sits there, golden and glossy. Cherry looks dark and bright in the soft light. blueberry seems almost midnight colored. Owen's throat moves as he swallows. Marianne waits. No pressure, just space. Owen points to the apple. Apple, he says. Please. Marianne smiles. Good choice, she says. And then, as if catching herself, she adds, or simply a choice. Owen's shoulders drop a little more. Marianne plates a neat slice. The fork is placed beside it. She wraps the rosemary in a small piece of brown paper and ties it with a thin string. The gesture is simple, but it makes the rosemary feel like a gift. Owen watches her hands. They move with practiced ease. No second guessing, no rechecking, just doing. And that too seems to teach him something. While Marianne rings him up, Owen looks around again. He notices things he didn't notice before. A small crack in one of the floorboards. A jar of spoons arranged with the handles all facing the same way. A tiny vase near the window with a single sprig of something green. Not perfect, just alive. Owen's gaze lingers on the vase. I think I used to be better at enjoying things, he says quietly. Marianne slides the plate and bundle toward him. You didn't lose it, she says. It just got buried under a lot of responsibility. Owen nods. He takes the rosemary bundle and holds it as if it might help him remember something. And it does. A memory rises, not sharp, not painful, just clear. He's younger, a teenager maybe, sitting at a kitchen table with a model kit spread out in front of him. Little plastic pieces, a tiny screwdriver, a sheet of instructions with diagrams that seem to demand perfection. His father is there, not hovering, just nearby, washing dishes slowly. The radio is on in the background, and Owen is stuck. He's staring at the pieces, worried about messing up, worried that one wrong move will ruin the whole thing. He feels the familiar alertness in his chest, that tight, vigilant feeling. His father dries his hands, walks over, and sits down. He doesn't grab the kit. He just looks. Then he picks up one small piece and turns it over in his fingers. It's okay, his father says. It's just plastic. Owen's younger self feels heat rise to his face. He wants it to be right. He wants it to be impressive. He wants it to prove something. His father sets the piece down and leans back. You know what I do when I get stuck? He asks. Owen shrugs. His father smiles like he's sharing a secret. I choose the next tiny thing I can do, he says. Not the whole project. He taps the instruction sheet. Just one step, he says. Then you'll be moving again. Owen remembers how strange that felt, how simple, how freeing. He remembers doing one step, then another, and then, at some point, forgetting to be afraid, getting absorbed in the building. Not perfect, but real, not tested, just made. The memory fades. like rainwater sliding down glass. And Owen stands in Marianne's pie shop again. He blinks once, as if the present has softened around the edges. Marianne is watching him, not in a nosy way, in a steady, human way. "You went somewhere," she says gently. Owen clears his throat. "Just remembering," he says. Marianne nods. "Sometimes our bodies remember how to rest," she says, "before our minds do." Owen's fingers tighten around the rosemary. "I like that," he says. Marianne smiles. "Take it with you," she says. Owen shifts his weight, then looks a little embarrassed. "This is going to sound ridiculous," he says. Marianne's expression says, "Go ahead." Owen gestures with the bundle. "I want to put this in my apartment," he says. "Not because it matches anything, not because it's useful, just because it's green, and because it's enough." Marianne's smile is small and sincere. "That doesn't sound ridiculous," she says. "That sounds like practice." Owen nods. He looks down at the plate of pie. "And the pie," he adds, "is also practice." Marianne gives a soft laugh. "It absolutely is," she says. Owen takes his bag, carefully balancing the slice of apple pie and the rosemary bundle. He pauses at the door, hand on the handle, as if he's about to say something important. Then he decides to keep it simple. "Thanks," he says, "for not making it a whole thing." Marianne nods. "You did the choosing," she says. "I just kept the light on." Owen's face softens at that. He opens the door. The bell rings, a small bright note in the warm shop. Then he steps out into the rain. The street welcomes him back with its wet shine. His umbrella opens with a quiet snap. He walks away, and the rosemary bundle rests against his chest inside the bag, like a small green promise. If you're drifting now, that's perfectly okay. You don't need to follow every moment. You can let the rain and the warm light carry the story for you. Inside the shop, Marianne watches Owen disappear into the wet street. Then she turns back to the quiet work of the night. She wipes the counter again, slow and steady. She rinses a mug and sets it upside down on a towel. She straightens a stack of paper bags, and she places the notebook a little closer to her hand. Outside, the rain keeps tapping the window. Inside, the pie shop glows like a small shelter that doesn't ask questions. Marianne takes a slow breath. She looks at the pie case, at the golden crusts, at the deep-colored fillings. Then she glances toward the door. The bell is still, for now, but the night is not over yet, and the warm light is still on. The pie shop stays quiet for a little while. Marianne rinses a second mug. She dries it slowly, then places it on the shelf with the others. The kettle rests between small breaths of steam. Outside, The rain keeps tapping the window with the same patient rhythm. Marianne checks the pie case, then the warmer below it. A small click, a soft hum. She slides a fresh tray into place, careful with her hands, careful with the heat. The scent changes by a small degree. More butter, more toasted sugar. Then she returns to the counter and finally opens the notebook. Not yet to write, just to see the blank page, as if to remind herself there will be a place for the night later. She caps the pen again and leaves it there, ready. The bell above the door rings. A quick note, a little bright sound in the warm room. A woman steps in, early 30s. Her coat is neat, but the rain has found the shoulders anyway. She shakes her umbrella outside first, as if she's trying not to bring the weather in. Then she closes it and steps onto the mat, eyes scanning the shop with a kind of practiced focus. Not anxious exactly, just alert. The way someone looks when her day has been full of decisions. Marianne lifts her gaze. "Hi," she says. "Come in." The woman smiles, but it's a small smile. "Hi," she replies. "Thank you." She hangs her coat with a careful motion. Then she steps closer to the pie case, reading the labels. Apple, cherry, blueberry. Her eyes move as if they're counting, sorting, organizing. Marianne waits, quietly. The woman clears her throat. "I'm not sure," she says. Marianne's voice is soft. "That's okay," she replies. "You don't have to be sure right away." The woman nods. "I'm Maya," she says. "Marianne," Marianne answers. "It's nice to meet you, Maya." Maya takes a breath. It's a little shallow, like her body forgot how to fully inhale. Then she lets it out slowly, as if remembering she is allowed. Maya looks around again. "This place is really calm," she says. Marianne smiles. "It tries," she says, "and the rain helps." Maya gives a tiny laugh. "Yes," she says, "the rain helps." Then she looks down, as if choosing her words. "I've been holding a lot," she says. Marianne doesn't ask for details. She only nods. Maya continues anyway. "I got promoted," she says, "a few months ago." Her hand lifts and makes a small circle in the air. "A small team," she adds. Nothing dramatic. But the way she says it makes it clear it feels dramatic inside her. Marianne's eyes are kind. "Congratulations," she says. "And also, that can be a lot." Maya's shoulders drop a fraction. "Exactly," she says. She pauses, then admits something softer. "I wanted it," she says. Then, in the next breath, "I'm scared I'm doing it wrong." Marianne leans her forearms gently on the counter. "What kind of wrong?" she asks. Maya's mouth tightens. "I want to be kind," she says. Her eyes flick toward the door, like she's checking if anyone is listening. but I also have to make things move. Schedules, numbers, priorities. She presses her fingertips together, and I keep thinking, if I'm kind, I'll be seen as weak. And if I'm firm, I'll become someone I don't like. Marianne nods slowly. Maya looks down at the pies like they might answer her. And then I go home, she says, and I'm still in it. She taps her temple once, lightly. Meetings in my head, she says. Conversations replaying. What I should have said. What I shouldn't have said. Her voice drops. My sleep has been thin. Marianne's face softens. That sounds tiring, she says. Maya exhales. It's so silly, she says quickly. Marianne's head tilts. It doesn't sound silly, she says. It sounds human. Maya's eyes shine a little, then she blinks it away. She straightens her posture as if posture is a solution. I came for something specific, Maya says. Marianne nods. Maya points to the little shelf with the greens. And, actually, she says, I noticed you have those. Marianne follows her gaze. Yes, she says. Maya hesitates. I want something to bring to work, she says. Marianne's eyebrows lift with interest. For you? She asks, gentle and neutral. Maya's face tightens. For the team, she says. She makes a small gesture, as if outlining a room. Our break space, she explains. It's fine, functional, but it feels a little hard. Marianne nods, slowly. Maya swallows. I want to put something there, she says. Not a gift, not a statement, just something green. She glances at the shelf. A small jar, a sprig, something that makes the air feel softer. Her voice drops. But then my brain says, is that selfish? Marianne is quiet for a moment. Then she nods. I think, she says gently, some people only trust the work they can measure. But there's also the work of making a room easier to breathe. Maya's shoulders loosen by one small degree. Marianne gestures to the greens. I would pick something that doesn't demand a lot from you, she says. Something that lasts. Something you can place and then forget until you notice it helped. Maya looks again. A small jar with eucalyptus, a little bundle of rosemary, a pot of mint, bright and simple. Maya hesitates. Then she chooses the eucalyptus and a small sprig of mint. Her breath deepens, just a little. And maybe one more green thing, she says, softer now. Her voice is hesitant, as if she's asking permission to want more than one thing. Marianne's smile is warm. Of course, she says. Green helps the room feel alive. Maya picks a small sprig of eucalyptus, then stops. She looks at it as if she's measuring whether it's too much. Marianne watches her and says softly, You don't have to earn beauty, she says. Maya blinks. Marianne continues, quiet and steady. You can just place it, she says, and let it do its work without a speech. Maya laughs, a small breath of sound. That's exactly my problem, she says. The speeches, Marianne replies. Maya nods. My brain keeps writing them, she says. Marianne turns and reaches under the counter. She brings out a small paper bag and a bit of tissue. She wraps the eucalyptus with care. Not fancy, just thoughtful. Then she adds a small sprig of mint. She ties them together with a simple string and slides the bundle toward Maya. Maya looks down at it, and her face softens. Thank you, she says. Marianne tilts her head. Would you like a slice of pie too? She asks. Maya's first instinct is to refuse. You can see it in her posture. Then she pauses. She looks at the case as if deciding whether she is allowed to want something sweet. Marianne waits. No pressure, just quiet. Maya points to the blueberry. That one, she says. Marianne smiles. A good choice, she says. And also, just a choice. Maya's lips curve. Marianne plates the pie, blueberry filling dark and glossy, the crust a warm gold. She adds a small fork. Then she rings Maya up, slowly, calmly, as if the pace itself is part of the service. Maya reaches into her bag for her wallet, and the bag opens enough to show a glimpse of her life. A notebook, a small laptop, a badge clip, things that say she belongs to a busy world. Maya catches Marianne's glance and smiles, a little embarrassed. Always carrying work, she says. Marianne's voice is gentle. Sometimes we carry it, she says, because we care. Maya nods. Then she says carefully, do you ever feel guilty when you do something nice? Marianne considers. Sometimes, she admits. Maya's eyes widen like she's relieved to hear honesty. Marianne continues. But I try to remember, she says, niceness isn't extra. It's not decoration. It's structure. Maya looks puzzled. Marianne gestures around the shop. The warm light, she says. The clean counter. The kettle that's ready. These aren't extras, she says. They're the foundation that holds the night. Maya's breath lets go. She stands still for a second, and you can see her taking that in. Then she nods once. Air is part of the work, she says quietly. Marianne smiles. Yes, she says. Air is part of the work. Maya gathers her things. She holds the bundle of greenery like it's fragile, not because it's delicate, because it's meaningful. She steps toward the door and pauses. I think I've been trying to be a machine, Maya says. Marianne's expression stays soft. And you're not, she says. Maya's eyes shine again. She blinks. Then she smiles, a little more this time. I'll put it in the break space, she says, and I won't make a big announcement. Marianne nods. Let it be quiet, she says. Let it just be there. Maya laughs, a small, tired laugh. Thank you, she says again. Marianne's answer is simple. Take care, she says. Maya opens the door. The bell rings. Rain waits outside like a steady curtain. Maya opens her umbrella and steps into it. And as she walks away, the bundle rests against her coat, a small softness headed back into a world of tasks. If you're still awake, you can listen loosely. You don't have to hold on. You can let the rain and the warm shop do the remembering for you. Inside, Marianne returns to the counter. She wipes a small spot of flour from her apron. She checks the clock again. The night has moved a little further into its quiet hours. The city outside feels thinner. More space between footsteps. More space between cars. The bell doesn't ring for a while. Marianne refills the honey jar. She straightens the napkins again. She warms her hands around her mug for a moment and sets it down. And she looks, without thinking, toward the notebook. Later. Soon. But not yet. The rain keeps tapping the window, and the pie shop keeps glowing. Another guest will come in before the night is done. Marianne stands in the soft quiet after Maya leaves. The bell settles. The rain continues, steady as a metronome against the glass. She rinses a fork, dries it, sets it back in the jar. She checks the pie case. A small shift of the latch. A gentle tap on the thermometer. Everything is fine. Everything is warm. On the counter, Maya's receipt sits for a moment longer than it needs to. A thin strip of paper, still curled from the printer. Marianne reaches for it, ready to toss it. And then she sees a second scrap tucked beneath. A small, sticky note. It must have slipped out when Maya opened her bag. The handwriting is neat, not fancy, just clear. Air is part of the work. Marianne reads it once, then again, more slowly. She smiles to herself, not because it's clever, because it's true. She places the note beside her notebook, not as an instruction, as a small witness to the night. Outside, the street is quieter now. Fewer headlights, more space between sounds. Inside, the pie shop holds its gentle glow. If you're getting sleepy, you can let that be true. You don't need to stay with the story. You can let it drift beside you, like rain beside a window. The bell rings again, not hurried, not sharp. A soft note that fades quickly. A woman steps in, late 30s. She has the look of someone who has been traveling. A small rolling suitcase, a backpack with a clipped badge. Her hair is damp near the temples from the rain. She pauses inside the door and lets the warmth reach her face. For a second, her eyelids lower. Just a brief, quiet pause that looks like relief. Marianne lifts her gaze. "Hi," she says. "Come in." The woman smiles. "Hi," she replies. "Thank you." Her voice is calm, but there's tiredness beneath it. She closes her umbrella carefully. Then she pulls a small cloth from her pocket and wipes her hands, as if she's done this 1,000 times in 1,000 places. Marianne doesn't comment. She only gestures toward the case. "Take your time," she says. The woman nods. She wheels the suitcase a little to the side so it won't be in anyone's way. That small movement says something. She's practiced at being temporary, at not taking up too much space. "My name's Nadia," she says. Marianne replies. "Nice to meet you, Nadia." Nadia steps closer to the pie case. She reads the labels without the scanning sharpness Owen had, without the tight alertness Maya carried. Her focus is different, more like measuring distance, as if part of her is still somewhere else and she's calling herself back. "I'm almost home," Nadia says, as if she's surprised to hear it aloud. Marianne's smile is gentle. "Almost home," she repeats. Nadia exhales. "I've been away," she says, "on and off." She gestures vaguely, like she could point to 10 cities at once. "I work with medical equipment," she adds. "Not clinical, not dramatic, just matter of fact. Field support," she says. "I help teams use things correctly." Marianne nods. "That sounds important," she says. Nadia's mouth lifts in a small, tired smile. "It can be," she says, "and I like it." She pauses. "I like the feeling that I'm helping." Then she looks down at her hands. But the travel, she doesn't finish. She doesn't have to. Marianne waits, and Nadia continues in her own time. "It's strange," Nadia says. She looks at the pies as if they're landmarks in a new city. "I'll be in a hotel room," she says, "and it looks like every other hotel room. Same lamp, same carpet, same small desk that's too close to the bed." She gives a quiet laugh. "And it's fine," she says. "It's safe. But sometimes I think, what am I returning to?" Marianne's eyes stay soft. Nadia's gaze lifts. "I don't mean I don't have a home," she says quickly. "I do." She nods, as if reassuring herself. "But I keep arriving and leaving and arriving again. And the nights start to feel copy-pasted." Marianne nods slowly. Nadia's shoulders drop a fraction, like she's grateful not to be judged. "I'm going home tonight," Nadia says, "and I wanted something small." Marianne tilts her head. Nadia gestures toward the shelf with the greens. "And maybe something that smells like home," she says. Her voice softens on that last word. Marianne steps out from behind the counter and moves toward the shelf. Her footsteps are quiet. The floor gives one soft creak, then settles. Nadia watches the greens as if they're keys to a door. I know it sounds odd, Nadia says. Marianne shakes her head. It doesn't, she says. Smell is a fast road. Nadia blinks. A fast road, she repeats. Marianne nods. It takes you somewhere before you can explain, she says. Nadia's face changes, as if something in her relaxes. Yes, she says. That's it. She leans in and smells a sprig of eucalyptus. Cool, clean, a little bright. She closes her eyes for half a second. Then she opens them, not quite satisfied. That's nice, she says, but it's not my home. Marianne nods. Nadia tries rosemary, green, sharp, kitchen-like. She smiles faintly. Almost, she says, but not quite. Marianne looks thoughtful. In a pie shop, there are other scents too. Citrus, spice. She walks to a small tin near the back shelf. She opens it carefully. Inside are dried orange peels, not for decoration, for baking, but also for air. Marianne lifts one and holds it out. Try this, she says. Nadia leans in. The scent is gentle, orange, but softened, warm, like something from a kitchen late at night. Nadia inhales, and her shoulders drop more noticeably. Oh, she says, not loud, just surprised. Marianne watches her, curious but quiet. Nadia smiles in a way that looks like recognition. This, she says, this feels close. Marianne nods. We use it for pies, she says, but you don't have to. Nadia laughs softly. Of course you do, she says. She holds the scent a moment longer, as if letting it rebuild something inside her. Then she looks around again. I want something for my entryway, she says. Something small, she adds. Just to greet me. Marianne's eyes soften. To greet you, she repeats. They look at the shelf. There are a few simple small jars, little bits of green, a sprig of eucalyptus, a few soft leaves, a tiny bundle of rosemary tied with string. Nadia reaches for a small jar. Inside is one gentle sprig and a few leaves. Simple, soft. It looks like quiet hope. Nadia nods once. This one, she says. Marianne smiles. This one, she agrees. Nadia looks at the tin of dried orange peel again. Can I take a little of that? She asks. Marianne nods immediately. Of course, she says. She finds a tiny paper bag and slips a few dried peels inside. She folds the top carefully. Then she ties it with a thin string. Nadia watches Marianne's hands with something like gratitude. Not because it's fancy, because it's attentive. Marianne sets the little bag beside the bud vase. Put it in a dish, she says, near the entry. It will soften the air, she adds. Nadia's eyes shine with a quiet relief. Softening the air, she murmurs. Marianne nods. It's real work, she says. Nadia laughs softly. Someone else said something like that tonight, she says, without knowing how true that is. Marianne's smile stays gentle. Nadia looks at the pies. Could I have a slice too? She asks. Her tone is careful, like she's requesting permission to be comforted. Marianne nods. Of course, she says. Nadia points to the lemon tart. That one, she says. Marianne plates it with care. The tart is pale gold, a thin dusting of sugar. The scent is bright but soft. Marianne adds a small fork, then slides it closer. Nadia's fingers touch the edge of the plate, and for a moment, her face changes. A memory rises quietly, not painful, just tender. She is in another place, not a hotel, a small apartment from years ago. The kitchen is narrow, the light is warm. Someone is in the next room, laughing softly at something on TV. Nadia is younger. She stands at the counter with her sleeves rolled up. She is zesting an orange into a bowl because she read somewhere that citrus makes the room feel alive. Her hands are clumsy. Orange oil sprays onto her fingers. She lifts her hand to her nose and smells. Bright, warm, real. And in that moment, she feels like she belongs to her own life. Not because everything is perfect, not because she has figured it out, but because the room smells like something she made. The memory fades like steam. Nadia is back in Marianne's pie shop. She blinks once. Marianne is watching her with calm eyes. You're far away, Marianne says softly. Nadia smiles. Just remembering a kitchen, she says. Marianne nods. Kitchens remember us, she says. Nadia's smile deepens. That's beautiful, she says. Marianne shrugs lightly, as if it's simple. It's true, she replies. Nadia gathers her bag, her small jar, and the little packet of orange peel. She places them carefully into her backpack, as if she's packing a piece of home instead of a souvenir. At the door, she pauses. I think I forgot, Nadia says quietly, that I can rebuild a feeling. Marianne's voice is steady. You can, she says, and you don't have to do it all at once. Nadia nods. Small, she says, just small. Marianne smiles. Small is powerful, she says. Nadia opens the door. The bell rings. The rain meets her again, cool and steady. She opens her umbrella and steps out with her little bundle like a lantern. The street takes her back into its wet shine. Inside, Marianne watches the door close. Then she returns to the counter. She wipes a spot that doesn't need wiping. A habit. A soothing motion. She glances at the sticky note near her notebook. Air is part of the work. She smiles again, then sets her hands on the counter and breathes. The rain keeps tapping the window. The kettle hums like a quiet companion. If sleep is close now, you can let it come. There's nothing you need to fix tonight. You can rest here as long as you like. The bell rings again. This time, The sound is followed by heavier footsteps. A man steps in, late 40s. He's broad-shouldered, with hands that look like they've done real work. Rain darkens the cuffs of his jacket. A tool bag hangs from one hand. Not flashy, just used. He pauses on the mat, as if deciding how to enter softly with that much weight. Marianne looks up. "Hi," she says. "Come in out of the rain." The man nods. "Thanks," he replies. His voice is low, tired, not unhappy, just worn. He sets the tool bag down carefully, like he doesn't want to make noise. Then he runs a hand through damp hair and looks at the pie case without really seeing it. Marianne waits. After a moment, the man clears his throat. "I'm Caleb," he says. "Marianne," she replies. "Nice to meet you, Caleb." Caleb nods once. He looks around the shop, the warm light, the quiet shelves, the little greens. Something in his face softens, like he didn't realize how tense he was until he found a place that wasn't asking anything of him. Caleb gestures awkwardly. "This is going to sound kind of strange," he says. Marianne's expression invites him to continue. Caleb rubs his thumb against his palm, a nervous habit. "I fix things," he says. "Heating and air systems," he adds. He points vaguely upward, as if to ceilings everywhere. "Furnaces, air systems, units that quit right when people need them." Marianne smiles gently. "That's important," she says. Caleb exhales. "Yeah," he says. He looks down at his boots. "People are grateful," he adds. "And I like that." Then he pauses, and something else appears in his face. "But when I get home," he says, "I'm not as good." Marianne doesn't rush him. Caleb continues quietly. "My partner said something the other day," he says. He swallows. "She said..." He stops. Then he tries again. "She said I'm always listening for problems," he says. "And when she's talking, I'm already solving." Marianne nods slowly. Caleb's jaw tightens. "She told me," he says, "that I hear her, but I don't stay." He makes a small gesture with his hand, as if something slips away. "I didn't argue," he says, "because you can tell it landed true." Caleb looks at the shelf with the simple small jars. "I don't want to do a big apology," he says. "I don't have the right words." He lets out a tired breath. "But I want to bring something home. Something for the table," he adds. "Something that changes the air." Marianne nods. "Then let's choose something simple," she says. She gestures to the greens. A small jar, a bundle of herbs, nothing loud, but it changes a room, she adds. Caleb steps closer, careful. He studies the shelf like it matters, because it does. He chooses a small jar of eucalyptus and a short bundle of rosemary. He swallows. "That," he says. Marianne smiles. That will do a lot of good, she says. Marianne smiles. Green is good for tables, she says. It makes everything feel more alive. Caleb's mouth lifts in the smallest smile. Yeah, he says. Alive is good. He chooses the bundle. His fingers are careful even with their roughness. As he holds it, his gaze drifts and a memory rises. A work truck years ago. A mentor beside him, older, calm. They're in a basement with a furnace that keeps cutting out. The air is cold. The homeowner is anxious upstairs. Caleb is younger, impatient, ready to replace everything. His mentor stops him with one hand. Listen, the mentor says. Caleb frowns. There's nothing, he starts. But the mentor raises a finger, so Caleb listens, not to words, to the machine. A faint rattle, a tiny click, a pause that shouldn't be there. His mentor nods. See, he says quietly, it tells you. Caleb remembers how strange that felt, to slow down, to let the system speak, and how, when they fixed it, it wasn't because they forced a solution. It was because they noticed a small truth. The memory fades. Caleb stands in Marianne's shop again, holding the greenery. He exhales. Marianne is watching him with gentle patience. You're thinking, she says softly. Caleb nods. I realized, he says, I'm good at listening when it's a machine. Marianne's eyebrows lift slightly. Caleb continues. But when it's a person, he says, I want to jump ahead. He shakes his head. Fix it fast, he says. Marianne nods. That's a kind instinct, she says. Caleb looks uncertain. Marianne continues. It's kind, she repeats, but it can miss the point. Caleb's face softens, as if he's hearing something he needed. Marianne gestures to the greenery. This, she says, isn't fixing. It's tending, she adds. Caleb's shoulders drop. Tending, he repeats. Marianne smiles. Small daily care, she says. The kind that says, I'm here. Caleb looks at the bundle in his hands as if it suddenly makes sense. Marianne wraps the greenery in brown paper. She ties them with simple string. She adds a little sprig of green tucked into the side. When she hands them over, Caleb takes it carefully, like something valuable, not expensive, just meaningful. Caleb glances at the pie case. Can I get a slice too? He asks. His tone is hesitant, like he's not sure he's allowed to bring sweetness home when he's been clumsy. Marianne nods. Of course, she says. Caleb points to the pecan. That one, he says. Marianne plates it. Warm brown filling, a toasted scent, a little glisten on the top. She adds a fork, then sets it beside the flowers. Caleb looks at the bundle, then at Marianne. I don't know what I'm going to say, he admits. Marianne's voice is steady. You can say something small, she says. Caleb blinks. Marianne continues. You can say, I brought this because I want our home to feel good, she says. And then you can stop, she adds. Caleb exhales, a sound like relief. Yeah, he says. I can do that. Marianne's smile is warm. And you can listen, she says, like you listen to a system. Caleb nods slowly. Not to fix, he says. Marianne nods back. To understand, she says. Caleb gathers his things. He lifts the tool bag, then pauses, as if he doesn't want to take that energy home. He adjusts his grip. He stands a little straighter. Then he looks at Marianne. Thanks, he says. Marianne's answer is simple. You're welcome, she replies. Take care in the rain. Caleb opens the door. The bell rings. The rain meets him with its steady tapping. He opens his umbrella and steps out with greenery and pie like a quiet offering. The street takes him back into its wet shine. Inside the shop, Marianne watches the door close. The warm light remains. The rain continues, and the notebook still waits for the last part of the night. The bell grows quiet again. The rain keeps tapping the window, steady and soft. Marianne stands behind the counter for a moment, hands resting lightly on the wood. She watches the door, not waiting, just noticing how the night is changing. Fewer cars now, longer gaps between headlights. The street feels like it's exhaling. Marianne lifts the towel, folds it once, then again. A simple ritual. She wipes the counter in slow strokes. Not because it's dirty, because the motion smooths her thoughts. She checks the pie case. A soft click, a tiny hum. She straightens the labels. She refills the stack of napkins. She slides 2 clean forks back into the jar. Then she looks at her notebook again. It waits beside the register, open to a blank page. The pen lies across the top like a bridge. Beside it, the small sticky note. Air is part of the work. Marianne reads it one more time, and she smiles the kind of smile that doesn't need to be seen. Outside, the rain continues. Inside, the shop holds its warm glow. Marianne turns the sign, not with a clack, with a gentle flip. Now it reads, closed. The light stays on. The pies are still there, but the night has shifted. No more expecting, no more preparing, only tending. She locks the door with a quiet click. She checks it once, then she lets her hand drop away. Marianne walks to the far end of the counter. She lifts the cash drawer, tucks the bills into a small envelope. She places it in a drawer beneath the counter and turns the key. A small metallic sound. Then she turns the radio down 1 notch until it's barely there. Just a soft presence. She fills the sink with warm water. The tap runs quietly, steady and low. She rinses mugs. She washes plates. She dries them slowly, setting each one back in its place. A shelf of clean things, a shelf of calm. The kettle still holds heat. Marianne pours one last cup of tea. Not a big cup, just enough to warm her hands. Steam rises in a thin ribbon. She adds a small spoon of honey, stirs, one soft clink, then stillness. She takes a sip, and for a moment, her eyelids lower. Not sleep, just a pause, a small return to herself. Marianne moves to the pie case. She opens it carefully. Warm air spills out, carrying butter and fruit. She slides out a tray, covers it, then another. She works like someone who has done this 100 nights. And yet, she does it as if it matters each time. Because it does. She wipes the glass until it's clear. Streetlight reflections soften on the surface. Rain streaks move slowly down the window beyond. She checks the last crumbs on the counter, sweeps them into her palm, drops them into the bin with a quiet motion. Then she turns off one light. The shop changes. Shadows deepen. The amber glow becomes softer, more intimate, a small world inside a larger night. Marianne carries the wrapped trays to the back. She places them in the cooler. She closes the door, a soft seal. Then she stands for a moment in the back room. It's quieter here. The hum of the cooler, the faint sound of rain through a small window, a folded apron on a hook, a broom leaning neatly against the wall. Everything simple, everything familiar. She breathes in and out. Then she returns to the front counter. The notebook is waiting. The sticky note rests beside it, like a small lantern. Marianne sits on the stool behind the counter, not slumped, not rigid, just settled. She uncaps the pen. The sound is tiny. Then she begins to write. Not long paragraphs, just lines, small truths, a record of a rainy night. She writes slowly, as if each word should arrive without being chased. The ink moves across the page. She pauses often, not because she's stuck, because she's listening to what the day actually felt like. She writes about the rain, how it didn't stop even once, how it stayed gentle and persistent. She writes about warm light in the window, about the smell of pie and tea, about the way tiredness looked different on different faces, not in detail, not like a report, more like a quiet honoring, a man who wanted to practice rest, a woman who wanted to soften the air at work, someone who wanted to feel home in a scent, someone who wanted to bring a change of air to a table. Marianne's pen pauses. She looks at the sticky note again. Air is part of the work. She copies the sentence into her notebook, not as a quote, as a reminder. Then she adds one more line beneath it. Small care counts. She sits back and lets the pen rest on the paper. The shop is very quiet now. No bell, no footsteps, only rain, and the low hum of machines that keep warmth steady. Marianne closes the notebook with care. She slips the sticky note inside the cover so it will be there tomorrow. She caps the pen, and for a moment, she simply sits in the softened light, in the gentle end of the working day. If you're still awake, you can let your attention grow loose. You don't need to follow every step. You can let the quiet tasks wash over you, like rain over stone. Marianne stands. She stretches her hands, rolling her shoulders one slow circle. She puts her mug in the sink, rinses it, sets it upside down on the towel. She turns off the last overhead light. Now only a small lamp remains near the window, a final amber glow for the street. She walks to the door, checks the lock again. A quiet habit. Then she gathers her coat, a scarf, her keys. She puts the notebook into her bag. She takes one last look at the shop, not with sadness, with appreciation. A small place that held a soft kind of work. Marianne turns the lamp off. The window goes dark, but the warmth lingers in the air for a moment longer, like the afterglow of a candle. She opens the door. The bell rings once, a gentle farewell. Rain meets her immediately. Cool air, a soft spray on her cheeks. She opens her umbrella. The fabric blooms with a quiet snap, and she steps out into the wet street. The sidewalk shines. Puddles hold blurred streetlights like sleeping stars. Her footsteps make soft sounds on the pavement. Not loud, just present. The city at this hour is different. Not empty, just quieter. A bus passes in the distance, its tires hissing through water. A single car glides by, headlights soft through the rain. Marianne walks steadily. She doesn't rush. She lets the rain set the pace. Her umbrella catches the tapping rhythm above her, a small roof moving through night. As she walks, she thinks about air, not in a heavy way, in a practical way. Air in a room, air between people, air that can be softened, air that can be changed with something small, a small bundle of greenery, a scent that feels clean, a slice of pie placed on a plate instead of eaten over the sink, a listening that stays instead of jumping ahead. She smiles to herself at that, not because she solved anything, because she noticed what matters. Marianne reaches a crosswalk. The signal glows. She waits. Rain dots her umbrella with tiny sounds. She watches the reflections shimmer in the street. The signal changes. She crosses. Her boots step through shallow puddles. Water ripples outward in slow circles. She turns down a narrower street. Residential now. Small buildings. Balconies with potted plants dark and wet. A few windows lit. Soft rectangles in the night. She passes a little convenience store. Its sign bright but quiet at this hour. She keeps going. The rain stays steady, not dramatic, not stormy, just persistent, like a lullaby with no chorus. Marianne reaches her building, a modest entrance, a small awning over the door. She closes her umbrella and shakes it once, letting water fall in a brief shower. She steps inside. The hallway smells faintly of clean soap and warm air. She climbs the stairs slowly, one step, then the next. Her keys jingle softly in her hand. She unlocks her door, a quiet click, and she steps into her home. It's small, but it's hers. Warm, dim, a little lamp near the sofa, a folded blanket, a bowl on the table for keys, a small plant near the window that leans slightly toward the light. The air inside is calm, not perfect, just lived in. Marianne hangs her coat. She sets her bag down. She slips her shoes off and stands for a moment in her socks, letting the day fall away. She walks to the kitchen, fills the kettle. The tap runs, a quiet stream. She turns it off, sets the kettle on the stove, clicks the flame on. A soft whoosh. While it warms, she wipes the counter. Not because it's dirty, because she likes the surface clear, because clear space feels like rest. She pulls out a small dish, and from her bag, she takes the notebook. She doesn't open it yet. She just places it on the table, a familiar anchor. Then she notices the sticky note tucked inside. Air is part of the work. She lets it sit there, visible, not as a command, as a kindness. The kettle begins to whisper. She pours hot water into a mug. Steam rises. She chooses a tea that smells gentle. Chamomile, maybe. Something soft. She stirs honey in. One slow circle. Then she carries the mug to the sofa. She sits down and wraps her hands around the warmth. Outside her window, rain continues. It blurs the city lights into soft streaks. Marianne takes one quiet sip, and she feels the day settle into the right place. Not gone, just set down. If you're sleepy now, you can let your body get heavier. You don't have to keep up. You can let the story become softer at the edges. Marianne stands again. She moves with unhurried care. She washes the mug, rinses it, sets it on the towel. She turns off the kitchen light. Then she walks down the small hallway to her bedroom. She changes into comfortable clothes. Soft fabric, warm socks. She pulls back the covers. The bed looks inviting, not like a task, like permission. Marianne sits on the edge of the bed and reaches for the notebook. This is her last ritual. A few lines, not to analyze, not to fix, just to notice. She opens the cover. The pages are familiar. She reads what she wrote earlier. Rain, warmth, small care. Air is part of the work. She adds one more line beneath it. You can practice rest. Then she closes the notebook. She places it on the bedside table. She turns the lamp down low. The room becomes a soft cave of warmth. Rain taps the window like gentle fingers. Marianne slides under the covers. She exhales. Her shoulders sink. Her jaw softens. And she lies still, listening. Not for problems, not for what's next, just for the quiet layers of night. Rain, breath, distant city hush, a faint hum from the building, a small creak as the bed settles. Marianne's eyes close, and in that moment, the story turns toward you, toward the quiet place where you're listening. Maybe in a dark room, maybe with a light still on somewhere, maybe with rain outside your own window, or maybe only the memory of rain in your mind. Wherever you are, you don't have to do anything else tonight. You don't have to solve the unfinished things. You don't have to replay the conversations. You don't have to plan the perfect next step. If something is heavy, you can set it down for now, even if you pick it up again tomorrow. Tonight, you can rest. You can let your mind stop scanning. You can let your thoughts arrive and leave without being checked, like cars passing through wet streets, like ripples in a puddle that smooth out on their own. If you've been trying to hold everything together, you can loosen your grip, just a little. If you've been trying to be strong, you can be soft for a while. Soft is not weak. Soft is human. Soft is the place where you recover. And if you've been waiting for the right moment to start resting, this can be it. Not perfect, not dramatic. Just now. A quiet now. A warm now. Let your breathing find its own rhythm. No effort, no performance, just the gentle rise and the gentle fall. Let your shoulders sink into the surface beneath you. Let your hands become loose. Let your forehead smooth. If you notice yourself thinking about tomorrow, that's okay. You can let tomorrow wait outside the door like rain. It will still be there, but you don't need to step into it yet. Tonight, you can stay in the warm light, in the small safety of this moment, like Marianne's pie shop after closing, like a quiet home with a dim lamp, like a room where nothing is demanded. If sleep is near, you can let it come. You don't have to reach for it. You can let it reach you. And if you wake later, you can return to this softness again. A slow breath, a gentle exhale, a simple sentence you can carry without effort. Small care counts. Air is part of the work. Rest is a skill, and you're allowed to practice. The rain continues outside the window, steady, patient, kind in its own way. And little by little, the night holds you. The story fades, the light softens. Your thoughts drift like mist over warm streets. And when you're ready, you can let go. Good night.